Twitch. Twitch is taking absolutely forever to pop up. Let's just put this back out. There we go. Chat. What's up, people? My, you guys are popping up real fast today. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. How y'all doing today? Yep. Miles Morales. I freaking love that whole entire movie, so I had to. And I just got the suit in, so I am so stoked to be able to wear this during cons. But today, I am going to be working on my webcomic. I know I said that I was going to probably work on other little things, but I realized that I am down to the wire, that I need to upload this week. And for my Patreon people, I have to upload, I think, tomorrow. So, yeah. Hello! Woo! I wish this suit was colder, but moving my hand like this really fast actually makes it cooler. And also hurts my arm. That's weird. Okay. So now let's get this going. So shirt. This is probably gonna be pants. Squidward! Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, the Squidward thing. Oh. I've had a lot of freaking people been asking me what the heck is going on whenever I uploaded that video. Alright, so FYI, I don't normally what's it called? Oh, nice. Welcome back. But I normally wear a glove that is like this. Like, this is the glove that I normally wear whenever I'm doing art. But now I have full hand gloves. So it is very weird. It is very, very weird. And partially I don't like it. But it could be worse. But it's so much better than drawing on my tiny little iPad while on a cruise ship rocking back and forth. That was a pain. And trying to do all this stuff right here, ugh, even worse. But I am probably going to be giving her a dark gray pair of pants, like not right there. That would be good. Ah, there we go. Hit the wrong button. There we go. I like that color. I really like that color on her. Oh, I was actually going through some of my drawings I've done on here, because Clip Studio Paint kind of keeps a record of all of them. Like, even if you save it to your computer, you can open up Clip Studio Paint and have, like, it has them all sit there and say, hey, which one do you want to continue to draw on? And then whenever I came back, I started working on the webcomic again, and then I opened it up and I just saw Big Chungus just sitting there staring at me blankly, just like, hello, how are you? But at least I figured out a new trick whenever it comes to doing my inking and doing the magic wand tool on all layers, and then I still stay on the layer that I want to color on. So it makes me go a little bit faster. We all remember him. Oh. Not as awkward as the Twitch live stream I did yesterday with that monstrosity of... Ugh. But who is the green one? That is a good question. Give me 1 second and I will show you. that is my OC that I made a freaking long time ago. And her name is Natasha. And let's see if I can find a good one. There we go. Yep. Yes. Eyes were bulging. And if I remember right, you were on TikTok because I remember you posting something about that. But yeah, that's the green hair girl, Natasha. She's kind of like my OC, go-to OC. I've had her for years. Like, I made her during college, and she's just been with me ever since. And she has helped me tremendously. Because the funny part is, Natasha did not have a name, did not have anything about her for the longest time. Because I did not know what to do with her. I didn't know. I just was going with the flow. 1 second. NIS. I was going with the flow, just randomly drawing during class, and then she just came out of freaking left field. Like, I don't know where she came from. She just popped up in my head one day, and then I continued to draw her. And continuously drawing her over and over and over again, and then finally realized, oh, well, maybe I should do something with her, because I continuously draw her, and it was very easy to draw her, so why not do something with her? So I gave her a name, and all that fun little jazz. And that's how Natasha came to be. And now she has her very own webcomic. Which is pretty awesome. Why do I draw myself so small? Because growing up, I was always made fun of because I was very short. I'm only like 5'6", and growing up, kids would always make fun of me and say that I was very short. So thusly, because they kept on calling me short and everything like that, I just kind of identified myself as short. Yes. And actually, I explained it because I did a Twitter live stream not that long ago for one of my followers because they were asking me some questions whenever it came to art. And it was kind of hard to explain it. So I decided it would be a smarter idea if I would live stream and show them pretty much how I do things to make it easier for them and easier for me because I'm a very visual person. And I thought, oh, if I'm a visual person, that means somebody else will probably want to do visual they do. And that's how that happened. And I went over how I came to create myself a persona that was short. Oh, really? Awesome! The X-Pen one? If it's the X-Pen one, if I remember right, then oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. Artist by the name of Mikey Mega Mega is just floored by it, and it's quite incredible because this guy does art for a legit living, like a legit living. And he said that it was the best one he's ever used whenever it came to being so cheap. And I just sat there and I was like, I want it. Alright, oh, I could just actually do that for shoes, so I'll just type this one ice. There we go. And with me, I mean, if you're wanting to take the dive into art and be very serious in art, then working as hard as you can to save up to get yourself a good tablet, yeah, fantastic. But as my brother has told me before, you have to make sure that you're going to be able to come out on top whenever it comes to how much you spent on a tablet or something that you're working with. So say this thing cost me $800. I want to be able to make that $800 and then more. It has to be not just something for fun. It has to be for profit, and it's an investment. There we go. The big thing is whenever I first did digital art, I got really discouraged because it didn't come out the way that I wanted it on a lot of things. And I wish that I didn't take that year of absence from digital art. If I stuck with it, I would be so much farther in my art style by now. Everything would be so much better. But I was an idiot. I got mad. And I just stopped. And that was terrible of me to do. So all I can say is keep on keeping on. Here we go. Oh man. Ooh. There we go. Nice. It will do good. Actually, whenever I was in high school, oh, poopy doop. Yep. Poopy doop. This boy done goofed. Yep, I done goofed. There we go. I put it all in the wrong layer. Which happens. Yes! Trust me. The thing is that you're going to have to take a lot of jumps or a lot of leaps of faith whenever it comes to getting your art out there and everything. Because honestly, I was not going to do a webcomic. I was just going to keep on pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off. And then one of my friends, I said, man, you're doing a webcomic? That's awesome. I really want to do a webcomic one day. And she goes, why aren't you doing it? And I go, well, I'm in college. I'm trying to graduate college. And I just don't have time. And she goes, that's a lot of words that you're saying there that sound like you're being a pansy. I was like, what do you mean I'm being a pansy? And she goes, well, you just keep on giving excuses why you can't do it. But here's the deal. Just do it. Why not? Just go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen? You crash and burn? Oh, ooh, guess what? You get to learn from it and keep on going. Yeah. But man, I gotta admit, it's doing art is not easy, or doing a webcomic not easy. There we go. Because there's so many rooms for error. Like, I had to take a full year leave from doing this webcomic because it just wasn't coming out the way that I wanted. I was rushing everything. I wasn't taking my time. And it just looked terrible. And so I just took a leave. And in that year, I just kept on saying I wanted to get back into it. I wanted to get back into it. And now I'm back into it. You draw with pen and paper? Dude, that's awesome! Instagram is a good way to put your art out there. Instagram is growing very big whenever it comes to the art community. And actually, I have gotten way more followers and grown more on Instagram than I ever have on DeviantArt. I've grown faster and everything like that. Which makes me kind of sad because I put so much time and effort into DeviantArt, but oh well, it happens. You gotta learn from it. Come. Oh, I swear, don't give me that spinning wheel of death. Drawing them characters. Yes. Oh, yesterday with the character design thing. Oh, that was... that was something else. That was something else. Yeah, let's save that. Put that over here so I can steal the colors. Oh, thank you. And, oh, I have to. I mean, yeah, I took a vacation and everything like that, but here's the deal. I gotta get back into doing stuff. I mean, I'm the type of kid that, hey, I had a vacation, that's great, but now time to get back to work. Working at my job, then working on art. I had a nice, relaxing vacation, aka drawing. So, technically speaking, I didn't really have a quote-unquote true vacation because of all the drawing that I was doing. I should have stopped and took time to actually have a vacation. But, oh well. It's not like I gotta need... Oh, crap. It's not like I really need it. Alright, I was really close with my colors. Proud of myself. Get a spinning wheel of death. That's one thing that I don't like about doing digital art. Is whenever I like the spinning wheel of death, I sit here like, I am just questioning when was the last time I saved. This is terrible. Makes me sad. Oh well. But now I have quick questions for you all. Because I do believe in having interaction in my live streams. What is this cartoon about, or what is the theme of it? The cartoon is about these kids that were experiments. If you just try to draw one, that is true. But they're kids that were experiments in this facility that they were trying to genetically mutate kids to make them into soldiers, all that fun jazz. And we've just recently watched some of the previous experiments break into a compound and release a ton of the other experiments. But yeah. So the question for you guys today is, who is one of the biggest art inspirations for you all? What artist inspired you to draw, or what inspired you to start drawing? If you draw. I need to move this like that. I'll move it right here. There we go. And trust me, there are no such thing as wrong answers. Draw with Jazza and Jaden Animations. Oni? Yeah, there we go. Actually, draw with Jazza. He is absolutely fantastic. Oh my gosh. I love his art. I'm actually very jealous of his art. in his skill. Oof. All right. Let's go here. Boom, boom. All right. Let's see. How am I going to do this one? Ooh. There we go. The funny part is no one in my family is actually artistic. In the slightest. I need to find this. No. Was it here? Nope. Yeah, it was page 20. I just forget which page it is. I think it was that page. Alright, there we go. That's the page. Alright, perfect. Steal that. Alright, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, there we go. Steal that. Alright. So now, let's go pants. Because the bear is going to be a part of the pants layer. Alrighty. So, for you all, if you could ask me one question about art, what would it be? Because I love answering questions about art. It could be, how do I do this, or what, or anything like that. Now, don't knock yourself on that one. I bet you money, with a little bit of time, you could probably blow them out of the water. That is cool, Tech 2 artist. And a retired cake decorator. Nice. I actually debated on getting into tattoo art, and then I realized that I'm deathly afraid of needles, so that would be a very bad idea for me. Like, a horrible idea. Alright, so what is going to be next? Oh, mess. Do you, If I had $1 for every time I just sat there and was like, I'd be a very rich man by now. I would not have to work. Especially while I'm doing art. If I'm just sitting there going, because I have like a wide spectrum of It goes, What is the first good piece of art you drew? Highly depends on what time frame we're talking about. Because there's time frames where I would sit there and say, my stick figures were amazing. And then I would look back on it now and say, that's terrible. That's absolutely atrocious. Stuff like that. But, or are you talking about the first one that actually got recognition? Oh, in my entire life. Are we talking about one that I would say is one of my personal favorite ones I've made? Or one that got the most recognition? Because those two are completely different. Alright, let's see. Miss. Oh, Miss is going to be the snowball, of course. My personal best. My personal best that I will always love because I feel like I nailed it will have to be, if I can find it, will have to be this. To me, this art piece was my personal best of all 2018. And from 2018 and back. This, I would have to say, is probably my top art piece. And there's millions of mistakes in it, and I can see them so vividly. But yeah, And this one was a piece I did that was from Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland. I spent probably a good 5, maybe 6 hours on Gertrude alone. How do I stay positive about my art? Here's the fun thing. How I stay positive about my art, that's a very, very good question. And there's a reason behind it. It's because growing up, whenever I was doing art in high school, I was very defensive about my art. I was like, I'm good. Everybody told me I'm good, so I am good. And then I had a teacher that whenever I finished a painting, he said that that shoe, because I was painting a shoe, he said that that shoe looked like it was for a deformed foot. And I got so mad. And then I stopped for a second. And I was a kid that used to have anger issues. But then after a while, I got out of my anger issues. And I sat there and I was like, why am I getting mad? This makes no sense. Because I always diffuse my anger with logic. It's like, there's no reason for me to be mad. It is illogical on why I'm mad. And it's making me angry that I'm mad because there's no reason for me to be mad. So why am I mad? And because of that, I sat down and was like, okay, there has to be something about this. And then going into college, my teacher had a little exercise for us that we would sit down and draw for 10 minutes. She would come up, do whatever she wanted to the piece, or destroy the piece in any way, or grab that art piece and give it to somebody else and grab theirs and give it to us. Just completely throw us off. And then we had to continue. And then we had to continue. And it kept on going on. She would come by, flip the art piece upside down, tell us to keep on going. And we couldn't move it. Or she would take our brush and just brush all over it and say, keep on going. It made us so that we would become more detached from our art. So that we wouldn't sit there and baby each one of our drawings and say, this is amazing, nobody else can do anything better. And if you think that this is not amazing, or if you make fun of it, you're a horrible human being and you should die. That's basically what happened. And she was like, you guys are putting too much into it, too much emotion, as in, if somebody says anything about it, you're going to be devastated. I'm the best waifu. There you go. But yeah, that's basically how I got to that point of, I will always say that no matter what, somebody somewhere draws better than I do. No matter what. I could become one of the top tier gods of art, but somebody's going to be drawing better than me. And I even have one of my friends who is a phenomenal artist. And I've always been very jealous of how amazing he can do his art. And I mean, the thing is that how I see other artists is that they're quote unquote art rivals. Quote unquote art rivals. It's a weird, hear me out before. This is not like some Pokemon level crap, red and blue type crap, but what it is that whenever I look at somebody that does art and they do it better than I do, I want to challenge myself to become better so that I can get up to their level. And I will sit there and ask them questions, everything like that. Say, how do you do this? How do you do that? And then they'll ask me questions. I've had a couple of some artists that I held in high esteem ask me questions like, what type of pen do you use? Or whenever you do this, how do you do that? And I'm like, I thought that you knew, but here's how I do it. And then it's just learning from each other. I mean, you have so many artists that are around that have been drawing for years and years and years, and then it's just like, well, you kind of want to dig into that gold mine of information, because even after college, I'm still learning about art, still learning on how to do things better. The way that I learned how to do really fast or lay down a lot of color really fast was from the K and Kel show. or Kim Lafferty. I forgot. I think that's his name. But that's where I learned that. I learned how to do really smooth lines from Matsu Sensei, I think it is. And also stylistic choices from Gurmp, from Toxic Soul, and from Lost Fox, from Scotty Young, Tyson Hesse. People like that. I mean, that's where I learned a lot of those things. I wonder who is the best. Are you asking me who I think is the best artist? Because, Chuck Jones. To me, Chuck Jones, Walt Disney, I mean, the artists for Walt Disney, the originals, and those ones I would have to say are my top people. Oh, and also the guy who made Calvin Hobbes. Love his art. I'm trying to work on metallic shine on weapons, like swords and sights. How do you do it? Good question. Thank you for asking me a question. I actually have a way that I do it, and I will show you. Give me 1 second. I just have to say this real quick. Ah, poopy doo. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. And yes. All right. So, because I had to save it because this might crash what I've been working on, so I don't want to crash that because that would be very embarrassing. So, bear with me for a moment. There we go. And all I need to do is one more save. Okay. Thank you. There we go. All right, there we go. And one more save. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, perfect. No, to try the cheaply earned tips and tricks. All right. So, I actually had to struggle with this earlier whenever it came to doing the sword shine on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Link's Master Sword. I had to struggle with this one. Oh. The sword shine I did with this right here is that personally, I did too much. I did way too much. I made it really just over the top, and I shouldn't have. Because if you see, everything else in this whole entire piece does not have the amount of detail that the Master Sword has whenever it comes to the shine. Nothing else has shine or anything like that. I messed up. I should have put shine on it. On Link or the Bokoblin or whatever. But whenever it came to the sword, there we go. Weapons layer. Alright. So, there's the hilt. What I did was that I will demonstrate real quick. Alright, let's say I have a sword. Here we go. This is like really crudely made. I'm not really going for beautifulness. I'm just going crude. Alright, so first thing I do is I'll come over here. Let's say I'll grab that color, which is a gray. It has a little bit of red in it. It's a little bit of a grayish red. Boom. So I have grayish red on there. Now I'm going to go do another layer. You gotta hear me out on this one. Another layer. And this one, I'm going to be doing a multiply layer on it. And I'm going to grab my airbrush tool. And I'm going to make this a little bit more red. Bring up my airbrush a lot. Let's put this right here. There we go. And then I'm just going to, always clip the layer mask. And I'm going to do a little bit of airbrush here, a little bit of airbrush up here. And now that I have that as a multiply layer, I'm going to go here, hit new, and automatically it's doing a clipping layer, which that is what Clip Studio Paint does. I love it. And now that I have that, I'm actually going to turn off this multiple layer reference, so I can only grab one. And now I'm going to take this color, which is just the normal color of the blade itself, and I'm going to create a shaded version, like darker. I'm going to make a darker version of it. Then I'm going to fill that right there. And now that that's how I want it, which is perfect. Well, not perfect. It's all right. Could be better, could be worse. And now I would come in here and give a little bit of this. I should just do this. That'd make it so much easier. Why am I just outlining it? There we go. That's a little better. No, because it's the tip. It wouldn't look like that. Corey, you got to think this through. All right, kind of like that. Do a little bit of an edge right there. All right. Let me think. All right. Now, I'm going to do an add layer to give it some shine. So, I'll do a hard airbrush. And my add layer is already going to do white. So I'm just going to do a quick shine on that edge. Quick shine on that edge. Because that's the edges that are probably going to catch the light the most. And a quick shine on that edge. And that's like a really rough way to do it. And then if you want to do a little bit more shine, you really want to get into it, you can pull this in like that and take that out and then pull this in or whatever. That's like if you want to do an airbrush-esque type style. Or you can do cell shading. And cell shading, some people say it's a cheap way out, which I would say that is kind of true. But it makes life a whole lot easier and you don't have to really do as much. And I like cell shading a lot. So cell shading, bada bing, bada boom. And then I come in through here and do like a line through here. Fill that in a little bit more. Oh, Corey, you done goofed. Corey, you done goofed. What? Why? Why did you not put this on a separate layer? Oh, you messed up. Oh my gosh. Oh, now it looks wrong. Oh, now it's in my mind. That's now every time I go over near there. Cell shading is honestly my favorite way to do it. I've had people say, oh, why don't you do the airbrush technique? It makes it look so much better. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, then they go, oh, cell shading is cheap. It's kind of like being lazy. I'm like, but is it though? But is it though? Because if you notice, most of my art is cell shading. It's just blocking out basically the shadow, making it a hard line. And in real life, technically speaking, there aren't really that many hardline shadows or anything like that. And technically speaking, in real life, there's not a hard line there. You would actually have to go in there and actually mess around with the ink and be like, oh, here's a suggestion of there's an edge there, and oh, all that other fancy stuff. And I'm just like, but I don't want to do the work today. I really, really don't want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. Yeah, and then bada bing. Ooh. I really like that texture. Gosh dang it. Gosh freaking dang it. I like that texture way too much. Now, I wonder if I can get good, solid, clean lines. Okay, I could. Do I have anything that I could... This is another thing that happens a lot. Like, a lot. Oh, I got some sketches right here. Perfect. Let's just do a Mickey Mouse one. There we go. This happens more times than I wish, or I would want to admit, where I will be working and then I'm like, oh, I'm just messing around, and then I find something that I like. I'm just like, I wonder if this will actually look good. So, excuse me while I test if this inking way would actually look good. But yeah, that's how I would draw metallic stuff. To answer your question. Sorry that I'm now hopping over and trying to figure out something here. The bad part is I really enjoy the what's it called? The texture of this pen. It's not even a pen, it's just a darker pencil. And I really enjoy the texture that it gives the piece. Because it's the same texture that I do whenever I do that overlay. I don't know why, but I like that texture a lot. I'll just need to make sure that whenever I do my texture stuff like that, I will have to do it on my ink layer as well. I just have to remember that. But yeah, there you go. That's how I make a really quick metallic-y thing. Just remember, the most important thing is knowing where the sun is. Where is it shining on the objects? The one thing that I've learned is that it's very important to know what is the thing going to look like in three-dimensional space. Like if I took the same thing and put it in three-dimensional space, what would it look like? You understand what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just being goofy on that one. There we go. My neck itches. Okay. Now back to the thing at hand. What other questions do you might have? Whew. Whilst I realize that these gloves are not... Oh! Oh! It worked! Yeah. It is a very, very important thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. I almost forgot to do something. So what other of the questions might be plaguing your mind today? Oh. Okay, well that happened. That happened. I just saw the video of it. Okay. That's a fun thing to do too. Whenever it comes to criticism, the one most important thing to learn is how to take criticism. And it's a very hard thing to do. Alright, 1 second. Boop. We're doing a live stream on freaking YouTube! Yes! It's under LOL error. Go find it. So many people! Yeah, woo! There we go. If you didn't know, I'm doing a ticky tock. I'm doing a ticky tock. Boop, boop. Wow. Oh gosh, that just sounded terrible. Alt. Live. You know how hard it is to type with gloves? Incredibly terrible. Out. At. What is thy name? LLLERROR. YouTube channel. Boom. Post. I am amazing at typing. Oh, what type of YouTube equipment do I use? That is a good question. Let me answer that with a song. I'm kidding, I'm not going to sing. But why? Why, phone, do you hate me so? Alrighty. Alright, so, basic concept. What I have is Logitech HD 1080p camera right here. Another Logitech HD 1080p camera right here. I have a Yeti microphone. I am using Streamlabs OBS and also Restream, which pretty much puts my stream on YouTube, on Twitch, and also on Picaro. And yeah, that is my YouTube setup. Oh, also I'm running this all on a computer that has a Core i7 processor with an Asus motherboard, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and also has an RTX 2070 that is a graphics card. And anything else I'm forgetting? No, that's all. And the reason being why a lot of people will just say that's so cool or it looks so great is because they do not know if they're going to offend you. Or there's a lot of art people that will sit there and go, oh, you just said that you like my art. Or it's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay? Excuse me? I am pretty sure it's dumb diddy freaking amazing. So shut your face, you don't understand what you're talking about. And I've had a lot of art friends who fall into that category. Where if you actually give them constructive criticism, they'll be mad at you. Which I never understood. Because with constructive criticism is the only way that you're going to grow as an artist. I mean, no matter what, I will always say whenever it comes to a lot of people, the one thing to work on is anatomy. Sit down, have an anatomy study. What I did was I went out and bought these dolls, like little posable things. Downside with these ones were, I did pay like $80 to get both of them. And yes, there was things that whenever I got them, they were broken or stuff like that. I really wish that they were cheaper. I would not buy them whenever they were full price at all. Not in the slightest. But yeah. The thing is that the biggest thing that I'll say whenever it comes to a lot of artists, please work on anatomy. Find the things that you can see that you are very weak on. Me, I am hecka weak whenever it comes to drawing backgrounds. Landscapes, kick my butt. I hate them. I hate them. So that's why I'm doing a webcomic. That makes me have to do backgrounds. And then makes me want to shoot myself every 5 seconds. Yay. But find the things that you know or you can see that you're not doing right. and just do studies on them. And whenever I say a study, it's not, oh, one and done. Oh, I drew it once, I'm done, I'm good, I'm Gucci. Because that is not going to work. That is not going to fly. Like, let's say whenever it comes to one of the pieces that got the most recognition and actually got on the front page of Newgrounds was my Sonic drawing. And the funny part with that Sonic drawing, if I can find it, that Sonic drawing, where's the PNG? Because I don't want to tax my system too much. There we go. This drawing right here, I didn't just come out and be like, oh, boom, bada bing, bada boom, perfect. I didn't draw them perfectly. Thank you for the subscribe. You're awesome. I didn't just hop in and be like, oh, drew Sonic perfectly, boom. I actually took time. Took a lot of time, actually. And sat down and took a study of how would I draw Sonic? How do I need to draw Sonic? What does Sonic look like? There we go, there we go. And I actually sat down and had a full page of just I was studying Tyson Hesse, how do you draw Sonic? And you can see that was the very first one. That was another one. And I just had to keep on doing studies and figure out, okay, poses, different poses. How would he look like this? How would he look like that? And then that's what came out. What's up? Yeah. I do remember you. How's it been? Hands, feet, animals are yours. And oh, and handwriting. Oh, I am terrible with handwriting. I cannot do handwriting. That's another reason why I'm doing digital art, so I can type it all out. I have the worst handwriting of all time. Like right here, I should have made this hand more towards the thumb instead of out like that. Those are just little things that now I'm noticing that I should have done. I should have done this, I should have done that. But yeah. There's a lot of things that I will honestly need to work on. Like hands are another big thing that I'm just terrible at. That's always good to hear. Oh! Reshine. Okay, let's find another drawing that I did with Shine. I wonder if I have anything from 2017 that I did Shine on. No. Wow, I really didn't have anything that I did Shine on. Oh, yeah. This was before my Sonic study. This is something I did before my Sonic study. And I was just really terrible. Like, I was just like, This was what caused me to do my Sonic study. Alright. So, for a Shine, let's see, what did I do that had Shine on it? Besides that one, because that's... Oh! Perfect! Perfect. Yes. That is the hardest thing to do, is to buckle down and do it. Because you will sit there and say, oh, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And procrastinate. And then there's just a point where you just have to sit down and do it. It takes a lot to do it, trust me. It takes a lot to just be like, I'm going to actually do it. Alright, so with Shine, remember what it looks like in real life. Like, let's see. 1 second. Be right back. Oh, ow, my back. Getting old. I'm back. Cool part about Twitch and YouTube. Alright, this right here is actually a replica. And I actually collect swords and knives and everything like that. So, with this, if you can see, whenever it comes to metallic, there's a lot of different darknesses and light, like highlights and shadows all throughout, just all through it. And I need to tilt it up higher. There we go. There we go. All right. And the thing is with that, I'm going to try to lay this down without breaking anything because replicas cost money. The thing is whenever it comes to the weapon, you have to remember it does have a curve whenever it comes to a point. If you do not draw it like it has a point, or say the sharpest point will have the most highlight, that's kind of a cheap way to do it, but it makes it so that it makes sense. So whenever I drew this Connie piece, let me just do that, because that was too dark. Steven's gym. Connie. Where did I put the sword? Tears, rain. I probably put all of it inside of the Connie thing. Ah, there we go. So the scabbard. Alright, now let's look at this. So as you can see, there is where, whenever it comes to a blade, on a blade, whenever they're made, they have this part right here, which is the thickest part. Alright? And then this becomes a sharp part, right over here. It's not the whole entire blade, it's just this part right here. Okay? So, this part right here is going to be a darker part. This is just a really cheap, easy way to do it. The thicker part right here is going to be darker. And then whenever you do this part right here, where it's going to be sharp, make this lighter. Alright? That's one way to do it. And that would be how you do the base. That's how I do the base. That's how some other artists do the base. But basically, that's how I do my base whenever it comes to doing a sword or a scythe. Actually, I do have a scythe that I normally draw, but I do a shadow scythe, so I don't have to do any shading on it. It's a really cheap way to do it. I'm sorry. But that right there, if I would be drawing a scythe, if I had to sit down and draw myself a scythe. All right, do I have this on black? Perfect. So let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. There we go. That, my friends, is what I'm going to call a scythe. There we go. Now, with the scythe, you will know that right here, this side is going to be the sharp side. This is going to be the thicker side, where all the strength of the metal is. So if I was going to color this, I will take a darker gray. Throw that right there. Oh, I have an opening somewhere. Yep, I do have an opening somewhere. Oh, okay. Go for it. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. Oh, it's all fine. The thing is, I absolutely love when people ask me questions. Because that means that you're interacting, that means that you want to learn. And the basic thing is for these art streams, is learning.
Means it feels like he's actually doing something.
Yeah, it actually makes it feel like I am being productive with my time. There we go. Make that darker. And then I will come over here, do that, and make this lighter. A little bit lighter than that. There we go. Now, there's a difference. There's a dark side, there's a light side. That tells you that this side right over here, or, yeah, I'm pointing out my screen. This side right here, obviously it looks like it's going to be sharper. And it's just something that is in our minds, because we're like, oh, that's darker, that means thicker. So, now that I did that, I'm going to treat these as two separate objects. So there we go, and there we go. So this one, if I'm going to do a shading on this, let's see if this color would work. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. Oh yeah, there we go. So now what I'm doing is putting in some dark shading. And as you can see, I'm leaving like little streaks like that. So if you look at metal, it sometimes does something similar to it. But I'm just kind of recreating it into my own style, aka I'm just doing a quick streak. I'm not doing the actual waves, because whenever it comes to certain weapons or certain knives or blades, they actually do have kind of a wave whenever it comes to the actual shadow. Or sometimes they don't have waves at all and they're very straight line. It depends on who did the metal work, how well the metal work was done, a lot of different things that go into it. And now I'm going to grab this color. And did you notice that this is more blue or purple? Then this is going to be more red. It's going to be more of a contrast, which helps whenever it comes into shadows. If you look at a shadow, it's going to be more of a cool color than a red color. But it depends on what surface is being reflected, all that fun jazz, but it makes it look cool. Instead of just going straight with a darker. Because if I did a darker version of this, boop, then this is what it's going to look like. And that just kind of looks flat, bland, meh. And there we go. Has your Switch came... Oh, that is a good question. Has your Switch come out of the pawn shop yet? And there we go. And now, what I'm going to do is do a couple of highlights with the same type of streak thing. And also, I will probably do something like this, following the edge, to make it more shiny. Woo-hoo! Thank you! Alright. So now, let's hit up this down here. Which, remember, it's going to be raised and then it's going to go... Because if you look at the blade, it's not going to be flat. It's going to be more raised a little bit. Right around this area right there. It's going to be more raised. Okay? Oh. Oh no. That's terrible. Did it come out upon, or is it still in there till June? No. So that was back in June. Oh no. And did they give you any like grace period or anything like that? I actually work at a pawn shop. So, little act of trivia for you guys. I do work at a pawn shop. There we go. And now notice that I'm actually going towards this ridge in a different way. Instead of having it going in the same exact way, I'm going to the ridge in a different way. This is something I learned recently. There we go. And now I'm going to go do white. And the fun part is that if you're doing a scythe, you kind of want it to look like it's been used. Oh, that's terrible. I'm trying to think of any way that you could... No, because it would be in the... What's it called? The stuff that you signed. I'm sorry about that, man. And now what I'm doing is kind of making it look like it was used by putting a couple of white lines in there and doing a little bit of a darker purple and going in with a little bit like this. So it looks like it's been used. Has some scrapes, maybe some darker gashes around in it. But yeah. So that's how I would draw a scythe. To give it some shine, give it some pizzazz. I mean, you could go even way more into it by doing something like this. There we go. And now let's go here. And let's go with a that. Let's go multiply. And go like this. And then I'll do that. Do this. Let's bring it up. You can even do that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to make something shiny. But if you're going to be doing something over and over and over again, all I can say is that the best way to do it is to make it as simplistic as possible. That's the fun part whenever it comes to doing any, like if you're going to have to do a lot of the same thing. That's the way. Oh. Dude, that takes a long freaking time in Minecraft. Dude, that's terrible to hear. Alrighty. Now time to get back into this. So what other questions may be pondering in your all's mind?
You had to use the word pond, didn't you?
Ouch. Too soon. I'm getting hungry. Alright.
Just craving tea. Which I was told I would be.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't leave your stream to make.
Be right back.
Or you're abandoning your streamers.
I did say I was going to make you tea and I forgot.
Yeah, you could do that later though. I don't plan to leave here anytime soon.
Huh?
You can do that later though. I don't plan to leave here anytime soon. I was just teasing you. Get it? Teasing you?
I mean, I can go for hot chocolate myself. There we go. That's gonna boil.
What did they do to the eyes? Oh, they're
Destruction.
Oh, well, you should still have it whenever it comes to your actual account. Because if you pay for it on your account, then you should be able to still have that. And if you ever have Breath of the Wild again, that should automatically come back over to it. Ooh. Oh. Oh. That tasted terrible. I'm having empty stomach burps. The worst type of burps. There we go. All right. Alright, there we go. Now I can save this. Oof. These burps are burning. Alrighty, next. There we go. File, save as. Back out of that. Clip Studio Paint. Oof. Man. Gosh. That is a big oof. There we go. Base. Sounds like the water should be done soon, dear.
Is it boiling over?
Oh no, it won't boil over. I'm just telling you so that you'll know. In retrospect, it was good. Very good. Are you okay over there?
I'm good.
What'd you do?
Your plugins are just stupidly hard to get to.
I wish that you would have told me. I have a plugin over here.
Here for the rest of my life.
Here. I have a plugin right here.
It's already plugged in.
You gotta tell me these things before you try to do them. I don't want you to hurt your back anymore. Backs are a viable asset.
I'm about to cut mine out.
You cannot cut out your back. It's impossible.
Watch me be Zorro.
Watch me be Sora. Another reason why I love you.
There is a sword in my sight.
Let's talk about white stuff in the grave. That is a good question. Like, part of me wants to know, part of me doesn't want to know. So, I'm gonna go with the part of me that does want to know. What is this white stuff in the grave? What does it mean? Why is there white stuff in the grave? It sounds like it's a grave mistake. I just hear a head hitting wall back there.
I'm trying to use my eyes and push myself up because I can't bend my back without it hurting. So I'm trying to get up without bending my back, and then my hand slipped and my head hit. And I think, you sit. I have got this. Come over and help me. We can't be friends anymore.
How can we not be friends but still be...
Ways. And I'm up, see? Let me help.
Have a good night. See you later, alligator. See you on the next stream. I feel like there's a lot of salt that just passed by me.
Been assaulted.
Did you just put salt in front of me as a pun?
No. I put salt in front of you as a punishment.
Oh my gosh.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for putting up with me.
Sometimes, dear, sometimes. I just realized you put it right in front of the camera.
I didn't even know the camera was fine. I just put it where I could reach without dying.
I guess she's insulted. Thank you for that amazing pun. Okay, so any advice on starting a weekly comedic comic strip, webcomic strip? Specifically introducing a main character and plot continually. If that anyway makes sense. Oh.
I left that T-ball here, right? Do you know where it's at?
What?
A T-ball to make loose leaf?
I don't know. Did you?
Pretty sure, because my bags are up there.
It's either where the spoons, forks, and knives are, the silverware is, or next to the sink. Should be.
See it next to the sink and it's not.
Man, I don't know where it could be. These are the only places that I ever put it. Unless somebody else used it.
Found it.
Where was it?
On top of your dishwasher.
Oh, there you go.
Guarantee you I didn't put it there.
Probably not. Alright, so depends. What is it gonna be about? Like I tried to shoot someone with a Nerf gun. Is that what the I'm trying to think. What type of weekly comedic thing is it going to be? I mean, there's one that I know of that it's like a slice of life called Zomcom, which is on Webtoons, which is an amazing webcomic. And it's absolutely hilarious and priceless. But the way to do it, I mean, because it's the very first comic, like the very first part of the comic, I would highly suggest at least showing who the character is. Establish the personality of that character. That's going to be one of the most important things to do whenever it comes to scene building or world building. That's what it is, world building.
I have made a mess, I apologize.
No, it's all good. The whole world's a mess. But that's probably what I would have to suggest, is make sure that you establish the personality. Like the very first Garfield was basically him being lazy, being mean to John. That's basically it. And that is pretty much set up the whole entire thing.
You want me to make you wait after that with you'll have one T-ball.
It's all good.
There's still mango black.
But that's the one thing that I would have to suggest, is definitely make sure to establish. What the heck? Where's the oh, Poopy Doo. That's where the opening is. Okay. That box is ink. It is Nerf for nothing. Really? I have to go and read that later. Yep, that is that. Neat. But what do you want to do with this webcomic? If it's going to be a daily thing, what I would really... Hey, anytime. One thing that I would really would say is that go from real life, like little things that happen in real life, and then super exaggerate them. That's the quickest way to come up with some content. And also, please map out at least a month in advance of posts before you really start out. Reason being is because you don't want to get down to the wire every day having to be sitting down, drawing, making sure that you have one for tomorrow. Because that is definitely not the way to do it.
Well, that's the way you die.
That's the way that you will start giving up on it because it takes too much. And say if you go on a trip or if you get sick and you can't work on it, then have a reservoir. Reservoir, yeah.
That was reservoir.
Reservoir. Or is it potato, potato, tomato, tomato?
Pretty sure it's reservoir.
Or reservoir.
Okay, we don't need to bring vor into this.
Wow, this is a family stream.
Well, let's just say if they don't know what it is, or if they do know what it is, they're already not family friendly.
But oh, you only want to write it and hire an artist. Okay. I would say definitely draw from real life things and really super exaggerate them.
Save up lots of money.
Save up a lot of money. Because the thing is that the downside with hiring an artist is that the possibility of them having to flake off or anything like that, or the possibility of losing them could be great if, could be major unless either A, you're really close friends and they are wanting to do this too, or B, like you pay them a good sum of money that they would want to continue to be employed with it. And making a comic, especially a webcomic, it takes a lot whenever it comes to art. And even the ones that look really simple or simplistic, they can take so long to make. Like, what's his name?
Blue Chair?
Yeah, Blue Chair. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think that's his name, but
I figured you would. He's one of the most
popular
simplistic, besides like Cyanide and Happiness.
Oh, like Cyanide and Happiness. Oh my gosh. Cyanide and Happiness has so many different artists that work on that comic. And actually, they reached out to other artists and had just random artists just send them comics, and then they would pick and choose which ones they liked and then posted them. Have you ever wanted a movie that killed off the main character or had them fail in their quest? That is actually one of my favorite things. There's been a couple of them, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Because it pulls the rug out from under the people that are watching, and it is so great. It just makes my heart happy. I'm a terrible human being on that, I'm sorry. But it makes my heart happy whenever it's just like complete pull the rug out of... because the thing is, with humans, they love to predict things. We love to predict things. And if something happens that we were not expecting in the slightest, it messes with us like no other. And I love messing with people. It's so much fun. Wait, what? Ah, poop. Poopy doop. Poopy doop. Oh wait, I can just merge this down. I'm fine. I'm fine. Or just lay it below. Perfect. Cabin in the woods. Yes. The funny part is, I'm not much of a horror movie watcher. If that makes sense. Horror movie watcher. I'm sorry that I suck at life.
Apology accepted.
You know what? I'm trying at least, thank you.
He did a good job. Me and my best friend are horror movie maniacs, and he would sit down and watch some of them with us throughout the holidays.
The thing is I can watch slasher flicks all day, every day. It doesn't bother me. It is whenever it comes to possession, that's whenever it starts bothering me. Or needles. Anything that has to do with needles freaking bothers me. Ugh. Terrible. Shirt. Oh, what is this? What did I make this as? Okay, nothing. Okay, perfect. I'll make this into mess. And use the stuffing on this one. But yeah, if you're going to have, say, a webcomic that's a daily webcomic, and you're going to hire artists, I would say, please, 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 you could either A, hire an artist whenever it comes to paying them so that you just continuously do it for a month. And not prepay them, just pay them as you go, and make sure that you have them happy the whole time, but do not rush them too much. If you rush them too much, then their art's going to come out half done, crappy. And please make it very simplistic, because here's the fun part. If this webcomic gets really big, like really, really big, then you might have to hire more artists. And if it's a simplistic style, it's easier to replicate. And you know what? Guess what? One Punch Man, a very famous anime, was a webcomic made by this one guy who dropped everything and decided to become a webcomic artist or manga artist, and everyone told him that he had no skill as an artist in the slightest. And actually, let's see. Let me see if I can pull something up from it. All right. Copy image. That is what the original One Punch Man looked like. And it just so happened that one artist really liked how it was going, and he offered to redo the series in his style for barely anything, and bada bing, bada boom. After a while of doing something, or say a comic, you might, if you gain a lot of followers and a lot of people that support it, you will have somebody who's like, dude, I want to take this to the next level, and I am more than willing to do it for either A, free, or B, split the profit 50-50 if it gets even bigger. It's just stuff like that. And I've had a couple people that whenever I had an old webcomic that they wanted to animate it, and I only had 4 pages, and I was like, yeah, go for it, I don't care. Nothing ever came of that, though. Nothing. Yeah. There we go. And if you ever need help, or say if you need somebody to ask questions to, don't be afraid to holler at me. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, all that fun jazz. Just give me a shout and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing on this part.
Scream like a banshee at the top of your lungs and he will hear you.
Yeah. And I'll see what I can do to help. I don't have much time to devote to it to say, oh, draw it all for you. But I'll give you pointers and all that fun old jazz. So I want to make sure that I'm here to help. We need a huge douche. Oh gosh. Anytime. If you ever have questions, just give me a quick holler. I'm always near my phone. This age of technology makes it so that I always have a phone on me. So even if I don't respond right at that moment in time, I am going to respond. I'm really debating on ordering pizza because I am really hungry. There we go. Be like Vanoss from Vanoss Gaming and order pizza while playing Call of Duty. Why am I not good at life skills? Because I'm an artist and I decided, maybe I should draw instead of eat. That is why I'm terrible at life skills.
Yeah, you get on to me for not eating, and whoa, look at you there, not eating, and I've already ate. Oh, who's calling the kettle black now, huh?
Racist. Love you, dear.
So hard. With the pizza when it gets here.
Wait, what?
You want me to order you some pizza?
No, I was just gonna order it myself.
Okay, let's not continue being useless then.
Alright, dear, do whatever you would like. Whatever makes your heart happy.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Also, starving artist.
Well, I'll let you do it because I realize my phone's not in here.
I have my phone over here. Well, the bad part is I have gloves on, so I probably won't be able to do it until I get out of this suit. I've been having issues.
Is all the information already saved on your phone?
Should be.
Want to toss it over here?
I can't see you in the slightest, and I could hit you in the face with my phone. And my phone is kind of heavy.
I wasn't literally meaning toss. Like, if you get up for a second, bring me the phone. Then go back.
Okay, I thought... You know what? Actually, I kind of want to toss it.
I'm not going to be able to catch it. I'm at the far...
I know. You're the far one?
I'm at the far corner.
Okay, so I can at least throw it to the middle one.
But the thing is, I don't want to get up and bend down to pick it up.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit that middle area. Tell me if I get close. Ready? Ready?
No. You hit the couch.
Okay. How close was I?
You didn't hit me, but you got close. Like,
Close enough? Oh.
somewhere over there.
Gosh dang it. I thought it was closer than that. When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Tomato chicken, right?
Yep. Thank you. And my card should be on there. It should be the main one. Or the primary one.
Primary.
Ow!
Please don't die.
I just hit. How do I feel about inking art? I actually find it very therapeutic. Because I'm that weird kid that actually does like inking art. It's very, very, like...
It's soothing.
Soothing. Like, if I'm really stressed out, if I have a good day of inking, it's a good day. But inking art, whenever it comes to other people's art, that right there, that is always fun. Who is in the background? Wander later, pancakes first. Oh, linking art. My bad. I did not see that part. 1 second. Ah, forgot. Ow, 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 ow. Alrighty, linking art to what? Ow! Okay, my hair's still wet. I'm just gonna let it fly. Now you guys get to see. Yeah, now you guys are gonna see my just crazy hair. I'm not even gonna try to cover this up. So linking art. Are you talking about linking in the chat? Because I think it should allow linking in the chat. Oh, sure. I mean, if it doesn't work in chat, you can send it via, like, Twitter or Instagram to me so I can see it. If I could turn back time. Are you going to finish that, dear?
Okay.
If I could turn back time.
Am I supposed to know what comes after that?
I can find a way. Sorry, I'm just remembering a good old song. Good old song. If I could turn back time. Boop. Billy boop. I freaking love it. Oh, wait, did you draw that? Did you draw that? I really like your art style. Like, I really like that art style. Dude, I say go for a webcomic, man. Yes. That one girl on the left really reminds me of Jessica Rabbit. Show the camera. Is it alright if I show people? Is it alright? I want to make sure it's alright. Is it okay? Are you sure? Because I don't want to show your webcomic if you don't want it to be shown. Because I'm not going to be that guy. Thank you for ordering pizza. I just had the email pop up on my computer. It's like Domino's. I was like, what? Domino's? What are you doing? What are you doing, Domino's? Alright, there we go. And paste. And let's zoom in. There we go. Dude, I enjoy it. To be brutally honest, I actually really enjoy it. Oh, there we go. Gosh. Whew, now I can actually move freely more. One second. 1 second. 1 second. Trying to remember what's the expression? See, lab's 10 seconds behind. The chat that you see Lags. 10 seconds behind. What threw you off of drawing anymore? I have never drawn a jaw drop before. Gosh dang it. Why have I never drawn jaw drops before?
I am pretty sure you have. If anything, what you did on the live stream on TikTok.
Boop.
Was that not a jaw drop?
It was a jaw drop.
It was a major jaw drop. Need inspiration, just look at Luffy. He drops his jaw a lot.
Boop. 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 We all hate autocorrect. That is so true. There we go. There we go. Oh, commissions are... Oh. I fully understand that. I fully understand that. There's a lot of times where if you're doing commissions, you make something amazing and then they want to completely and utterly change it. And you're like, you paid me to give my artistic skill, like, make this in my artistic skill, but you don't want it.
You wanted to look like so-and-so's artwork, you should have hired so-and-so.
Oh yeah, you wanted to look like someone else's artwork, you should have hired that person instead of me. But, dude, I really do enjoy your art style. And I would love to see it continue. That's just me. Like, oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. What program did you use? Or was this traditional? Because that right there... Was this traditional? Hey, anytime. Was it traditional? Can I zoom in more on this one? This was traditional and brought into... Was it traditional and brought in? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Now I see. Because I was about to say, whenever it comes to the light artwork, I mean, light, really, really light line work, did you turn the opacity down on that layer? I'm sorry for bombarding you with questions. I absolutely love whatever finding that's what it was. Knew it. Because it's either that or you erased and continued. So I didn't know if it was traditional brought into digital. I was just double checking. But I'm the type of kid that really likes to break down how somebody did something whenever it comes to art. I really love doing that. And looking at that, that's what I really love doing. I'm trying to think. Who was your inspiration whenever it comes to your art style? I'm sorry for asking so many questions, but I just have to know. Because it's unique. Here we go. And what inspired you to do lips like that? Because I really love the plumpness of the lips. was that artist's name? There was an artist that I know that I was following that does palm lips like that. Oh, what was his name? I can't think of it. The funny part is, for the longest time, I couldn't draw people. And then I started drawing people more than I drew backgrounds. And now I can't draw backgrounds. Hate when that happens. There we go. Dear. Oh, wait, I don't have my phone. I can't. Oh, wait. Guess what I have? Oh, and you don't have. You have my phone. Okay, perfect. Dear, your phone's going off the chain right now.
I'm messaging Ashley, but I see her stuff on this iPad as well. There's a glitch on TikTok right now because I'm going live on LOL Air.
Weird.
Very weird.
Well, wait, which iPad?
On my big one.
Because it's logged into the LOL Air one, remember?
Yeah, but LOL Air doesn't have 1K.
Excuse me?
LOL Air is still... We haven't been doing a lot on the LOL Air page, yet it's live. Because I just saw Ashley go live and she doesn't have 100.
Huh. That's weird. Pick up my phone. Check out this link that I sent myself on Messenger.
To send so I can come see it.
So you can see it, yes. You will not be disappointed. Oh, I forgot the top hair. Really? Really? Good job, Corey.
And you call yourself an artist. Forgetting things.
Oh, man.
Boobs.
What do you think of the art style?
Just at the rabbit.
I really enjoy the art style myself.
I just want more of the sassy disappearing girl.
I want to see more of that too. Checking it out. Gas prices going up sky high. Dish my used subcompact for two-wheel ride. I'm rolling comfortably, but I still look bad. There's a bunch on my credit. It's all in that. Say F to the I to the E to the E to the C. Federal Paris. Ooh. Ooh, I like that art style. I can see it. I can see it in your art style. Now I gotta remember that name so I can put that on a long list of long list of artists that I will study. Pedro Perez art. Alright, so they're definitely on Facebook. Comic art fans. Are they on? Are they? Nope, that is just somebody that's a poser. Ooh! Ooh! They're freaking on Instagram! Yes. Unless you're doing it with vectors. If you're doing it with vectors, then no. There's a big difference whenever it comes to vectors and whenever it comes to, what's it called? Pixels. Because you got raster images and vector images. Raster images are ones that are just going to be made completely out of pixels, and that if you blow it up to a really big area, then it all becomes pixely and eh. But if you do vectors, it's mathematical. So whenever you expand it, it keeps its resolution. If you shrink it, it keeps its resolution. It's really cool. Because of science! Thank you for showing me that artist. Thank you. Oof. There we go. My suit's trying to strangle me slowly. Dear?
Yeah?
Do you have the, Domino's app open?
Yeah, but I'll check it.
To see when that pizza's getting here?
Well, I told them to come up and knock on the door.
Oh, okay.
So that you can send. Your phone's an utter disaster when it comes to layout. It's out for delivery, so they'll be here any second.
What do you mean it's a complete disaster for layout? I take offense to that.
Well, you should be offended by it. Your phone is offended by it.
My phone is not offended by it, thank you.
Your phone is too offended by it. We've been having this conversation.
Domino's is amazing. Yes.
So you're confiding in me about how scared it is.
But I say, please, please make that webcomic. Please. I want to see more of that art. I really enjoyed that art. I want to see more. Alright, now let's go with shading. Ooh, wee. What was it? Something kitty, ooh, woo, ooh. Ooh, woo? Is it ooh, woo? I can't remember. Ooh, woo. Little Caesar. Ooh, woo.
You're so warm.
That's such a weird thing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Cool.
You're a weird thing.
I haven't used Autodesk Sketchbook in forever, though. I used to actually use it all the time, but then I realized that the one that I was using only allowed me to do so many layers, and I'm a type of person that uses like 20 or so layers. So yeah.
You never realized how pretty the view is out this cell phone right now. Always keep it closed.
Yep.
I think it's nearly broke something, but I'm gonna ignore that.
Did you break something?
No, I just thought I nearly did, but I didn't. It's still standing.
Okay, good. Oh, you're breaking my heart. Crap, Little Caesars is king. Pizza, pizza. There's no rules. Put your shirt back on. There's one rule. I love that. I love that scene so much.
You are that scene.
Okay, just because I go outside whenever it's 30 degrees with no shirt on does not mean that I'm a Little Caesars pizza.
But it.
Excuse me, what?
But it does. Ignore it. I move.
Hi, Move. My name's Corey. Nice to meet you. Cell shading, cell shading. So much easier and quicker than all the other shadings because it makes it look better and crisper. So, what other questions plague thy minds? Constant explanation of everything. Alright, what do you need explained?
Ba-dum-ba-bum.
Alright. So let's replace that with that. Oh, nothing yet. Okay. Oh, wait. So I'm going to do this. And hit replace color. Comic swatches. And hit that. Alright, so am I on the shirt layer? Perfect. Wait, what is my social security number? 000000001. That is my social security number. Why do you ask?
Well, if that ends up being someone's actual social security number.
That would be meaning that is the very first person to receive social security. But also, we do actually reuse social security numbers. After a while, after someone's dead, you actually baby will receive somebody else's social security number.
What happens if, like, the person who had your social security number in the past committed a heinous crime, and then something happens to where...
Well, it's after a long time.
I know, but let's say there's a glitch and something happens in a system where it refreshes and then it shows that under your name.
Is my phone going off?
Yep.
Who
Go
is
check
it?
the door. Hey. Yes, on the Green Gables. It would essentially be 300. The first door doesn't have a number on it, I don't believe. Alright, no problem. Bye.
Got pizza. Pizza for my tum-tum.
Gonna put it right here. Oh. The delivery lady got a new car today,
Cool.
which is pretty freaking awesome.
It would be cooler. So the place she was doing delivery for helped pay for her car.
Yes. And there goes a cop car. Hopefully she's not getting pulled over.
Yeah, hopefully it's not she's really trying to get those times up.
Oh gosh. 30 seconds or less. I'll be there. 30 seconds or less. Whenever you need your pizza, I'll be there. In 30 seconds or less. Yes. Queen. Okay. Do that. Oh, that pizza smells so good. I'm going to probably be ending my stream soon so I can eat that delicious pizza. That aroma is killing me. physically and mentally. What other questions plague thy minds? Boop, 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 boop. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro Magnifico. Oh, today has been a day. Not like any other day.
I'm really after someone there.
That's 2 cops, actually. Somebody double screwed up. Why does that pizza have to smell so good? Can I get a re in chat? What influenced my hairstyle of characters or hairstyle that I have right now as a human being? And you are not allowed to say both. I'm kidding.
Rebellion against the evil.
Oh, IRL. I went to a college that I was supposed to have my hair a certain length. And then I was just like, I'm not about that life. Because growing up, my parents, my dad always wanted my hair at a specific length. 2 up top, 1 on the sides. And I didn't like that. I wanted to have my hair longer. So I just went to the extreme and just grew it out. To the joy of my family. Actually, my dad doesn't care anymore.
How about we organize layers?
What?
There used to be a button to organize layers, and now I can't find it. And it's...
That's sad. Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play you a song on the world's smallest violin.
Here, let me play a song using a sword in your neck as the violin.
Golly. Violence.
Violins.
Wow.
Love ya.
Wow.
You know you love my lack of creativity and violent thoughts.
Hey, anytime. Oh, I was like responding to somebody talking to me.
I can tell you have a very specific voice that you use when talking to people online.
Anytime.
Or should I say plethora of voices?
I have a lot of voices in my head. Normally a lot of them. And one only speaks in Spanish. And I don't fully understand Spanish, but some keywords makes me afraid. Because he always sounds angry. But, oh, thank you. And anytime. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. As the person who voiced Bugs Bunny said, if I can go a day with making somebody smile, making somebody laugh, or peeing themselves just a little bit, then my day has been perfect. Where do you work, Peter? He is actually secretly Spider-Man.
I see what they did. They updated, so now you can press and hold and arrange them like a normal thing.
Like a normal human being.
This change.
Do you not like change?
No, this change is better than anything they've had on here before, so... did it good. Been nice if they told me they did that, but I figured it out.
Don't worry. They were not going to tell you. I'm sorry? Excuse me? Excuse me, princess? Excuse me, princess. Sorry, I had to. There comes a time in a man's life that he must say, "Excuse me, princess." Oh, I understand. I worked fast food for 5 years, and I had coworkers that made me want to pull my hair out constantly. So it was good that I had short hair at that time.
Or you'd be bald.
I'll be bald. Ho ho! Look at me go. Ho ho ho!
Never use that voice again.
I'll be bald.
And he used it again.
It's because I love you. I love you very much. I'll be bald whenever you need me. I'll be bald. Oh, she's actually squatting down to talk to this little baby because the little baby's sitting on the ground. I'll be putting a background in later, don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, ba-da, ba-da, be happy, ba-da.
Don't worry. Be happy now.
What if demons sung that song? That would be beautiful.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Oh gosh, I actually kind of hurt my voice. It's like I used Venom Shock on my neck. Oh gosh. Has anybody went and saw the new Spider-Verse Into the Spider-Verse? If you haven't, let me tell you, it's incredible. It's actually, I think it won a Golden Globe. She's been squatting for 2 hours. Let her rest. And she's had that same face for 2 hours. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed at her ability to continue to squat. She must have legs of steel and iron. They're like girders.
And Evan wants to know if you want to play COD.
Respond with saying, I am actually live streaming right now. And ask him how's married life.
And she will squat 2 more hours if she wants a job.
And Natasha's been pestering me about drawing her origin comic for years, so she can deal with sitting down, like squatting for 2 hours, to be brutally honest. Yeah. Yeah, actually, the concept art I drew. Boop. Yeah. She is going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait. I don't understand why I put sparks coming from her shoes. Because that implies that she has metal on the bottoms of her feet. Or it could be the rocks whenever she slides across them. That's all I can think of. I need to remember what brush I used on the background. I like that brush. Oh. Boop. Boop. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. Boop.
Boop.
Rudolph the dead-nosed reindeer.
Had a belly killed
And if you ever saw it,
You won't even see it.
she has guns on her shoes. Yes, that I'm going to write that into the story now. Perfect. Gun shoes. Everyone needs gun shoes in their lives. Take a page out of Bayonetta. Beautiful.
Hated him.
As he shouted out in terror.
There was a reason he was picked on.
Because he murdered everyone.
Yup.
Lo and behold, Rudolph was actually a hardcore serial killer. Nobody really knows this fact about Rudolph. Did it take you a long time to be able to draw your character to look the same every time? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
You should show him what she first looked like.
I should show you what she first looked like. Let me see if I can find that. The fun part with her is that before, like a long time ago, I never drew the same character twice. Never drew the same character twice. Now let's see if I can find it. It would be under old. Not old digital. Traditional. Ah, there we go. Let's see if I can find Natasha. It's like trying to find a needle in a freaking haystack. Gosh, lighting is terrible. Oh, there she is. Found you. That's what she used to look like. Then... Alright, let's see. Oh. This was whenever I actually started drawing the same character more than once. She had very sharp features. She was very anime. So much anime. And actually, I got bored and decided to make her in a One Punch Man suit doing a punch. I remember that. She was supposed to be really edgy back then. Like, super edgy.
Edgelord.
And then... Now what she looks like, if I can find it. Oh, my art, new art, not Krita, CSP, 2018. Well, let's go. Oh, wait. 2017. The first digital art piece of Natasha. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, there it is. Found it. This is the very first digital piece of Natasha. Very, very first.
How's it look?
Huh?
How's it look? I can't see it. Describe it to me in detail.
There's blood.
None.
Blood.
Is that the one with her like cowering and crouching down? Or...
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
Where?
I think I remember it.
Okay, it's... Whoa, this file is loading long. Cancel it. It's taking too long. I'll find another file. Oh gosh, please do not crash.
You need to organize your files.
Okay, whew. I thought that was going to crash. Alright, so it should be under JPEG. Should be. Let's see if I can find it. Video cards, storybook, streaming. Could it be under? No, it should be under. It should be underneath the original Natasha. Should be. Okay. No, that's not it. JPEG? 365? No? Okay. Where is it? Oh, this is gonna make me angry if I can't find this. Original ideas, maybe? No, because I didn't do I did JPEGs all the time back then. Shirt, storybook, tutorials. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for it. Trust me, it will randomly come to you. Oh, there it is. That was the original Natasha. Whenever I brought her into digital, she had blue hair because her hair changed color with her emotions, and she was sad, so her hair was blue. So original. So original. But that's what she looks like now. That's what she looked like before. I mean, that's what she looked like then. That's what she looked like before. And now, she looks like that now.
Looks like her hair was dipped in a toxic tank.
Yep. So we had that. And this was actually why it says name me senpai was because I kept on drawing this girl with this type of hair, and I haven't named her yet, and it was driving me insane because I did not know what to name her. So I just said, screw it, I'm going to name her Natasha. So that was original idea. Then I brought her into the digital realm. And then now this is what she looks like. So different. Now, if you want to see a horror show, let me show you what I looked like, what my character, the way that I drew myself, used to be. Let's see if I can find this. Alright, here we go. Boom! First profile picture. The background looks like a clown vomited everywhere. Yes, I know, right? But that was how I used to draw myself. Then, after that, I drew myself like this. And then, I decided to draw myself like this. So much swag. And this was whenever I was going by the name Odiferous Fox. And I was like, oh, okay. I really liked Naruto at the time. So let's get the Itachi necklace in there. I used to wear an Itachi necklace all the time. Let's get a little fox that has the Naruto whisker things going on. And then that's where that came from. Then this was when I was like, oh, I had to make myself
you hit 7K on TikTok.
Sweet. And then the pizza. I've had so many people ask, what are these things? And I'm like, well, they're not pepperonis. They're actually tomatoes. I like tomatoes on my pizza. I like my pizza very tomatoey. And then now I look like that. That is now what I look like. But also, I was going to have a webcomic of me and my OCs for the longest time. I was going to have one. I was very determined to have one. So, I mean, this is also what I used to draw myself as. Because I never had the hat back then. Did I first draw myself in the 80s? Yes, basically. Yes, Rock Lee. Heck yes. But this is the way that I drew myself in, I think, 2016. And I was going to make comics of, like, little short comics that were fun. I was trying to figure out a way to do that was quick, but I was in college, so it made it harder. But how to become popular? It's simple. Boobs. So true. So true. But yeah. I went through like 1,000 different ways of how I drew myself. And oh my gosh. Oh, and that eye is way too high up. This is why I'd never finish this one. That's too high up. I did not like how I drew myself. I never finished that art piece. I was wanting to do short comics for the longest time. I was so happy in the 80s. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. What am I making? I'm actually working on a webcomic right now. And I was going through and showing people some of my old art from... Because I had the question of, how did I get to the point where I could draw the same character over and over again? And that was the answer. A lot of freaking practice and a lot of crying and gnashing of teeth. But this character right here, actually, outside of the webcomic, she hates my guts. Absolutely hates me. Because it was the reason being was because whenever I was doing the redesigns, I took her from being an older character, like 20 years old, and okay, made it from 20 years old, and I brought her down to really young, and she hated it, but because I just got it and I really wanted to wear it. You'll finish that comic if I'll finish mine. You know what? I will finish that comic so that you'll finish yours. And I will do this. I am now determined. So I'm going to make sure that I keep that up. And I'll finish it in like the next week. So I'll remember it. I'm going to redesign it and then redo it. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Exactly. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm not looking at the camera. I was looking at my screen. I just realized that. It looked really awkward. I'm sorry. But I will finish that so that you have to finish yours. Don't challenge me, man. Don't challenge me. I can do this. I have prepared. I have so many issues. Oh, gosh. But man alive. So you better get ready to keep on working at that. You better. Cuz I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to hold you to it. Alrighty. Was one of the questions where I found my how did I find my style? I can't remember. I knew there was a question that was kind of similar to that. I don't know. Where was I? Oh, there I was. Okay, so was it chapter 21? No, I mean not chapter 21. Was it page 21? Oh, it was page 17, 18. I think it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. Wait. I thought it was that one. No, was it this one? No, it had to... Oh, yeah, because whenever I did chapter 2, okay. It's a chunk. I can tell you for a fact, snow is not a cream. It's a freaking chunky. It's chunky. Okay, my throat. Okay, perfect. So I am going to flip this actually. So I'm going to do this, edit.
Do what I want you to do.
Flip, vertical. There we go.
Evan says he sees you on Twitch.
Tell him that he's a beautiful son of a gun. I'm sorry that I wasn't paying attention to Twitch. There we go. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Hi. I don't have my phone on me. My girlfriend has my phone. But yes, I am wearing a Spider-Man suit because I love the Into the Spider-Verse and Miles Morales. Have I played Super Paper Mario? I have played many Paper Marios. I love Paper Mario. I absolutely adore it, actually. And there is... Oh, there we go. There's actually a character. That one creepy character that she is like a spider type thing. I really like her. Where she like her neck breaks and then just goes. It's so creepy, but I love it. It's weird because I love creepy things. I freaking love creepy things. I just don't like there's certain horror movies I just don't like, which is possession in horror movies. I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to get possessed. Who wants to be possessed? That's not fun. That is not fun at all. But oh yeah. And then files, save as. Start a character 3. I am debating on actually working on that little comic right now so that you would have to work on your comic. Alright. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna have to close some of these out so that, well, yashay. So that my computer doesn't die. Ooh, that is not good. So I'm just gonna go ahead, Control A, Control Copy, Control Paste, and then I'm going to do this. And bring it behind. And then I'm gonna fix this and this by bringing it up. No, wrong button. Okay, so I need to edit, cancel, edit, transform, free transform, and there we go. There we go. And then move this up. See that, and then move that up. There we go. Ooh, yes, please. I would love to see that. I love watching people's art. Like, I'm a terrible human, like, not a terrible human being. Yes, I am. But I love whenever I'm drawing, I love watching either A, someone else's live stream, or B, I absolutely love watching KNKL, Mikey Mega Mega, and how they draw. And put your white beautiful body in one of your in one of my comics, or make a comic about time at school. Oh, if I made a comic about our time at school, oh, that, I don't want to touch that with a 14-foot pole. That would be, ugh. Describe my art style right now. A melting pot. A very, very big melting pot. Because I have a ton of different artists that I have taken influence by. Let me show you some of them. I taken influence from Lost Fox. Lost Fox 18. Awesome guy. Love his art style, love how he does expressions, everything like that. Took inspiration from him. I've taken inspiration from Toxic Soul. Bada bing, bada boom. Love how she does her expressions and also her color quality on how she colors things. Absolutely love it. Boom. I've taken influence from Gurf. How they draw, how soft the curves are and everything like that whenever it comes to hair. That's actually where I got the little hair thingies for Natasha from. Toxic Soul is very awesome. I also got some from Matsu Sensei. I learned how to do really clean line work from them and how they do everything. I also take influence from... I came prepared on this one. Gurf is amazing. Let's see. Fan art. PNG. Also from Tyson Hesse. I take a butt ton of influence from him. Oh my gosh. Tyson Hesse is one of my favorite artists of this generation of artists. Absolutely love their art. He is absolutely phenomenal. And his webcomic, I mean not his webcomic, yeah he has a webcomic, but his comic Diesel, I want him to finish it. I want him to finish it so bad. And also, I take big influence from Scotty Young. Huge influence from Scotty Young. I love the guy. He is awesome. Because he takes influence from the creator of Calvin and Hobbes, which makes my heart happy. And is there anybody else that I take influence from? Oh, yeah, that's true. I take influence from the Game Grumps, Star Bomb, how they drew their stuff. Jerf? Is it Jerf or Gurmp? I don't know. But Star Bomb, I take huge influence from that. And actually, that's how I draw my Mario characters, is how they draw them in Star Bomb, aka Aaron Hansen. I took some inspiration from Aaron Hansen. And also, Brian, I think? Not Brian. What's his name? Guy who does art. I forgot his name. I am a horrible human being for forgetting. Also, I take some from Camp Camp. I love Camp Camp. That's actually a recent thing that I've started learning some stuff from. Who else? I could be here all freaking day telling you who I take influence from. I take influence from... Oh yeah! Panty and Stocking. Their art style. How simplistic it is, but still gets a point across. I love that. I absolutely love how simplistic their style is. I also take influence from... Who else is here? I don't know. Oh my gosh! The person who does the art for Mystery Skulls. The person who does the art from Mystery Skulls. I love their art, and I do take a lot of influence from them too. Literally, I'm an oshkosh bagosh of different types of influences. And also, who else do I take influence from? I'm trying to think. Oh. Also, I do just random sketches. And there's one of them. Wander Over Yonder. Freaking love that show. That show's the bomb. I love everything from Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. The guy who made that art, I freaking love his art. And Craig McCracken, that's the name. Take a lot of inspiration from him and how Body's just like so much fun. Huh. Well, research time. Oh, Cherry Street. That's like the people that created Archie comics, or it looks just like Archie. Neat. I like their eyes. It really reminds me of Archie comics. Oh, that's a different one. Actually, I think that's a different one. Cherry Mouse. No, that's a different one. That's just a spin-off of Archie. Okay. Now I found the other one. All right. I can see that. I can see that. All right. And who else do I take influence from? Marvel. I take a lot of influence from Marvel. I absolutely love how they draw their characters and a lot of the blondes and a lot of their expressions and everything like that. But the ones that I take the most inspiration from has to be the ones with Gwenpool in it. The person who makes the Gwenpool comics. I love their art. It's so soft. I like soft art. That's the thing that I like. But whenever I'm put under the gun, whenever it comes to having to draw fast, my art becomes so weird.
Have you shown them your panda?
Oh my gosh, have I showed you guys the panda that I drew? Oh gosh. I have sometimes that I do a challenge, but here's a panda that I drew last night. This is actually animated. So prepare thyself. That is what I drew yesterday for a TikTok live stream. Because I was teaching people on how to create characters. And I was having them give me prompts to draw or make a character. And this is what came out of it. It was a scary, happy-go-lucky panda who is very tiny with a Chipotle burrito. And I was like, how can I make someone happy-go-lucky, but also very scary at the same time, or creepy? So I was just like, let's let him be licking a Chipotle burrito while Plankton is staring at him, and when he's staring back, because he's like, it's a sea bear, draw a circle, but this circle doesn't work, because he's not a sea bear, he's a panda. And this is the last time freaking Plankton's ever going to serve Chipotle burritos in the chum bucket.
He thought it was easier to steal Chipotle's recipe.
Yes. You should pick a burrito for 5 seconds to sync with the animation. Oh, the eyes. Just. Oh gosh, that is exactly what sometimes this live stream will go to. So, if you ever wondered what this live stream will ever be like someday, that's exactly where it goes to sometimes. So, yeah. So, I'm going to continue to work on my webcomic for fear Alright, so now I need to do one for background. Did I eat? Not yet. I will be. Soon.
Probably cold by now, just so you know.
I know, I'm just having too much fun on a live stream. I'm sorry! Alright. With that, I actually do need to eat. I'm actually getting really hungry again because now you reminded me. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to be live streaming again on Thursday. Like every Tuesday and Thursday, I always live stream. So next Thursday, I'm going to be... I mean, not next Thursday. This Thursday, I'm going to be live streaming at 6:30 till whenever. So come by, say hi, drop in. We're going to have some fun. And by that time, I'll probably have all my comic stuff done. So I will be able to do other things. Like continue the stream challenge that I always do. So yeah. You all have a great night. And I shall see you all on Thursday. And if you're on TikTok, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.